Hey, this week I want to share 3 keys on how to build resilience. The dictionary defines resilience as the ability, the capacity of somebody that can recover and bounce back from their difficult situations. See, change is inevitable. Negative change will happen in our lives. But if we begin to apply these 3 keys, I'm telling you, you will bounce back and you will see the change that you want to be. So let's shift some paradigms. Let's go. It's your boy Ricardo back again with yet another week. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the founder of Paradigm Shift Academy, your life coach, mentor, and motivational speaker. If you like this video this week, please give it a thumbs up, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're new. Turn on your posts and your notifications so whenever I drop a video, you would know about it. But also for fresh merchandise, go to www.ParadigmShiftUK.com and purchase yourself some fresh merchandise. This merchandise is more than a fashion, it's more than a brand. In fact, it's my own personal life story of how I had to turn my setbacks into comebacks. So be encouraged and purchase yourself some fresh merchandise. Let me get straight into it. This week I'm going to talk about 3 keys on how to build resilience. Number 1 is resilient people are realists. They acknowledge where they are. Number 2 is resilient people are people who has got genuine relationships around them, the support and the help that they need. And point number 3 is resilient people are optimistic. They are optimists. They have a different perspective on how they view and see things. So the most resilient people that I know of on this planet is Cape Townian people that's from Cape Town, South Africa, originally from Mitchell's Plain, where I was born and raised, coming from a high-risk community, disadvantage, high teenage pregnancy, high unemployment rate, high drug and alcohol abuse, growing up in a single-parent home as well. I learned in Mitchell's Plain, Beacon Valley, I learned how to become resilient. You see, because negative changes will always happen. It's inevitable. It will happen in our lives. But if we have these 3 keys, it will help you to see things in a different light and from a different perspective. So I had to learn, just like I said, this is my environment. This is where I grew up in. And every day I had to acknowledge, point number 1, people who are resilient are people who are realists. I had to acknowledge that this was the situation. This is where I found myself in. Every day you would hear gunshots and you would hear, so many things and gang violence and all these things. Those were the things that happened. I had to be realistic. I had to acknowledge and say, this is where I'm at, but this is not where I want to be. So people, if you want to build resilience, you have to acknowledge and you have to admit where you are. Point number 2 is, in order for you to do that, resilient people has got genuine relationships, people that will help and support you, people that you can share your thoughts with, people that you can share your feelings with. That is so important. That builds resilience. Trusted people. I remember many times I would sit with people and I would share my heart and my feelings with them, that they would never judge you. And that space that they created for me, it was so amazing because it gave me strength. It gave me the support that I needed. But also, resilient people are optimists. You see, just like I said, that this whole brand, this whole paradigm shift merchandise, just like I said, it's not just a fashion, it's not just a brand, it is my personal life story of hope and encouragement and how I had to turn my setbacks into comebacks. I find myself in the UK today, and I'm so thankful to God for really blessing me for the things that I've accomplished in my life. But the thing is, I had to learn to turn my setbacks into comebacks. That's what resilient people do. That even if you're in a tough time, I don't know your situation, I don't know your context today, but if you can know that, begin to be a realist, but also share with somebody, share with people that you trust that can help and support you. But the third thing is, you have to be optimistic. I learned this. I had to acknowledge where I was, but I also had to admit and acknowledge where I wanted to be in the future. And when you go through tough times, these are the things. It builds stamina in you. It builds perseverance in you. It builds patience in you. And where I find myself today is the total opposite of where I was. So ek wil vir die mense van die Kaap sê, man, mense van Mitchellsplein, daai jong mense, glo in wie julle is, glo in wat julle dra. Today I want to encourage somebody that you are stronger than you think you are. You have greatness in you. And I want to say to you, if you apply these 3 keys, your life will never be the same. Your best days and your blessed days, they are ahead of you. It's time for you to bounce back. It's time for you to shift some paradigms. It's time for you to be a realist. Find yourself some trusted people to support and help you, but also be optimistic because your future is bright. This is your boy Ricardo, signing off for another week. Stay blessed. Peace.